Yeah.
Rodeo fans, saddle up for the Cinch World's Toughest Rodeo. Presented by RM43, January 9th and 10th at Casey Center. Come early for autographs, pony rides, and more. Get tickets now at HighVTix.com. The buck starts here at the Cinch World's Toughest Rodeo.
Yeah. All right. Runaway Wild tickets. Please.
That party.
The Murph and Andy Show is brought to you in part by Ramsey Subaru, home of the toughest, most reliable cars in the world and the people who back them up, on Hickman Road in Urbandale.
Love pets. Our dog is under our feet everywhere we step right now.
Hey, it's Chris Hassel and Andrew Downs from Instant Iowa, the fastest reaction to every Hawkeye football game. Maybe the most emotional as well.
Yeah, celebrate with us when they win, commiserate with us when they lose. Either way, we're going to be here.
Yes, we will, right here on Iowa Everywhere, instantly after every Hawkeye football game.
Instantly. Somebody squeezes nut there or what happened?
Attention all campers.
Keith Murphy.
What I do have are a very particular set of skills I've acquired over a very long career.
Andy Fales.
I'm telling you straight, it's my way or the highway.
Powered by AD.
Just a bit outside.
Murph and Andy. Live and on demand across Iowa Everywhere from the Channel Seed Studios. Murph and Andy. Connected by Cellular Advantage.
Right now, they need that particular set of skills.
Congratulations. Today you're getting some extra programming. I'm told that during the commercials, you could hear us talking. That's just a bonus that we like to hand out on Fridays here on Murph and Andy. That's just
real talk.
That's just giving back. Back. That's what we do.
Yeah. Listen, you never know what you'll hear. That's just real talk. So, Andy, day one, I guess kind of day two, in the new place, you might be able to tell the office is a work in progress.
Yeah.
I've just strategically tilted two things behind me. That's it. It's a wall.
Yeah, well, first of all, I have every ounce of faith that your new office will look great when you're done. I know you're going to put a lot of work into it, and it's going to be a visual treat. But
I like that you said that I will put a lot of work in it. Thank you.
You will be the one. Your discerning eye will have a major effect on things. I'm sure that Jenny will do the actual heavy lifting as she does.
Figuratively and perhaps literally. She took today off.
In theory, yeah. Well, and you need to do that. I have done that before.
I wish I could.
Murph is moving this week, everybody, if you haven't heard. I have tried to do that. I think the lowest point in my life as a functioning adult was when I decided it was a good idea to move, work, and get married in the same week.
Yeah, that sounds like a trifecta of trouble.
Do you have any memories of me at that stage? I mean, do you remember just kind of standing back, like with your hands up, like I don't touch anything. This guy is a walking time bomb.
I remember thinking that's ambitious, but it is like a get it out of the way type thing to like get all of that done at once. I don't mean, get the wedding out of the way, but moving sucks. And we were talking last night on Happy Hour, Jenny and I, we're trying not to cross over into that someone had a baby and they think they're the first ones to ever have a baby. And they're sharing every photo, every thought, every magic moment, all the trials and tribulations. And like, I can't believe how much my life has changed. This kid has made everything so much more difficult. I don't know how I'm going to do all this. there's a lot of that, and we've all seen it. We've probably, in some cases, even been that person, but we've been that way a little bit about moving. Everybody has moved. Everybody know moving sucks, but this after, nearly 25 years in one house and at one time 10 people in that house, we're not moving again. We're just going to die here.
I'll say, I think the stories are always welcome because people relate. It all puts us on the same plane. We've all struggled with moving. That sucks. We've struggled with, having our kids and stuff like that.
Right.
The struggles people like hearing. It's the bullshit, scrubbed up Instagram posts that make everything look great that I think wear people out because that's not the case. And they're just trying to, it makes it look like they're trying to make it look easy, and it's not easy or wasn't easy for you. But when you show that it's been difficult, then everybody else is like, yeah, me too. Yeah, it's good to see that other people it shared in this. I mean, it's really difficult, but moving it is one of those things because it is something where I think your emotions and the perceptions pivot 180 degrees. You're excited to sell your house quickly. You're excited to find a cool new place to live. You know that it will be a good thing for you. It'll be a good thing for the people moving into your house. It'll be a genuinely good thing, right?
Yeah.
Well, there's also this baggage that goes with it that's just like bad to just crazy levels, right? I mean, you're throwing your back out. You can't find anything.
True.
You're hoarding cardboard like a cardboard beaver. I mean, you're just like, does anybody have cardboard? Right? Anybody got boxes? I need boxes. You got like tape guns at every corner of the house, with packing tape and Sharpies and old dish towels and socks that are not, performing their normal function. They're padding.
Mountain of paper for the packing.
Oh yeah. You're like looking around, you're scrounging for newspaper. You still got newspaper and you're probably feeling smart about that right now, but the rest of us don't have much newspaper. So you're borrowing it from people or taking it. I mean, it turns you just into this like different person, right? And then you get it all done, and then you sleep and live in this new house that you've never slept and lived in before, right? So you're just like, how do you do this? I don't know how to live here.
We moved all day and night yesterday after happy hour. We got right back to unpacking and moving things, and then Jenny around 10 p.m. said, you brought that suitcase, right? I was like, what suitcase? I said,
could you be more specific?
So. No. So we had to go back over, pick up a suitcase because it had her clothes and contact solution, all that stuff in it. So forgot that. And we ended about 11, and Jenny got up at 4:30 and just got right back after it. By the time I was up at 8, you could actually walk around a little bit. So progress being made. But right now we're about to get wild, as in the Iowa Wild. AD, we got a ticket giveaway to Hockey Fights Cancer, cancer impacts everybody. Everybody has had cancer touch their lives. So here is a chance to join the Hockey Fights Cancer team by going to the game. It's 6 p.m. Sunday against the Ice Hogs. And how does someone win tickets, Andrew?
You just comment #WildWinner.
Wild winner.
Yeah, however you're watching this right now, on whatever platform, #WildWinner, and we'll pick a wild winner at the end of the show.
Throw it into that generator, takes the pressure off you.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. I'm not picking.
How many tickets?
It will pick. That's a great question. Two
or
or
four?
Four? I'll let you know in just a second.
Okay. Either way, it's at least 2, perhaps 4. We'll find out.
I think it's a 4-pack.
All right. That's from our friends at the Iowa
4
Wild.
tickets. Yep, 4 tickets to Sunday's game.
Even better. Go fight cancer. 4 tickets. 6 p.m. Good start time. Guest House Tavern and Oyster in West Des Moines sets the table for today's Murph and Andy Sports and More. Coming up, Ducks versus Hawks, ISU versus TCU, and Hassel Tantrum. That is all on today's Murph and Andy show, presented by Guest House Tavern, with nightly specials including Friday's surf and turf night. Andy, how much do you want to just move straight ahead to Hassel's Tantrum?
Pretty bad. I mean, the rest of the stuff I've already talked about enough this week, but yeah, I do. Hey, and the Moore team has worked hard today. So we've got some really good quality adult programming. I think that will, it's family programming, really. I mean, depending on what your family looks like.
The age of your family.
Yeah. And just their maturity level. I think people are going to be really satisfied with this segment today.
You're really confident going into the Moore segment today. Good. High or low since the last show?
Presented by Wealth Charter Retirement Planning and Tax.
Wealth Charter Retirement Planning and Tax is owned by a guy named Tim Hawkins, who is a car buff. And that made me like him immediately. He likes old cars.
It also means he needs money. He's got to take care of his money because he wants to invest in more cool cars.
No, I think it shows you that he's got an eye for value, right? I mean, he's got an old 911, which, I mean, those things have absolutely skyrocketed.
That's a sweet car.
They're so cool, the air-cooled 911s, and he's got one of those. I think he's got a Targa, like an 80s Targa. It's so cool. I believe he's got an old Buick Riviera from the late 60s. That's really
he's got like an 8-car garage.
I think so. Yeah. He does. He's got garages. He just also has good business sense, and he's a fun guy, easy guy to talk to, listener of the show. You'll like him. And if you have questions about your retirement portfolio, your tax situation, reach out to him at wealthcharterretirement.com. I knock on wood. I don't think this is real wood.
I got a new desk here, and it's wood.
Yeah. Is that a nice desk?
It is a nice desk. We got it on closeout.
It's a shame you can't see it.
It was missing one piece, so they took half off.
Podcast desk, who cares? Yeah. I don't think I have anything that I have to do this weekend.
You got a free slate?
I mean, I need to do like work around the house and stuff, but I gotta get out.
No plans.
I can throw a few things at you if you'd like.
No,
I can throw many things your way if you like.
I'm a little scared saying
Want
this
some youth basketball?
Afraid there's something that's just going to fall into my lap.
A weekend without plans is a welcome respite. I mean, sometimes it's nice to just not have something on the schedule.
And not only that, I mean, the weather's supposed to be just shit tomorrow, and we know that. But that also gives you an excuse to sit in, because I always feel like on Saturday I'm like, man, I have a big lawn and I keep it up. The Kaburski brothers help out here and there. But for the most part, it's me. And so I got to get out there and work like every Saturday. Well, I can't do any work tomorrow. The weather's too crappy. So I got to get it done today. So I'm just going to sit in, watch football, and cook some food and just make some drinks and just chill. I really am looking forward to that. I really am looking forward to that.
Sounds like a completely different Saturday than I'm going to have.
You're going to be unpacking boxes.
And watching football. Yeah, we got to stop and do that. Boy, that is something. I'm going to go high and low. It's the moving day. Yesterday was the moving day, and that felt good to finally get there, to just begin the long day and the process here. It is an absolute mess. So this is our living room. That's not our living room. It
doesn't look like a living room.
No, I have another photo here. I'll show you our living room. Yeah. I mean, what a chaotic
man.
Mess.
That could be a lot worse than that. That's not that, Andrew. That's not that bad.
No, that's how my house looks most of the time.
That, you know what that reminds me of with the furniture upside down? My hotel room on my wedding night, thanks to Murph and my friends.
Yeah. Gee, that is one of my regrets. I am sorry. I'm so sorry.
What got into you that night?
Peer pressure. Peer pressure. I had never heard of this tradition. They said it's a St. Louis thing.
I haven't heard of it either. And I was born and raised in St. Louis, and my friends and my brother probably just made that up on the
I
spot.
bought it. I bought it, and I just went right into like, well, gotta do it. Man,
Well, that's not what they said. They were like,
I'm
"No,
sure.
man, that guy was into it." He just made my hotel room on my wedding night. If we're all tired, made it look like Murph's living room.
Yeah, and I think someone set the thermostat at like 110 or something.
Jeez. Yeah, because God forbid there should be one part of the room that wasn't touched. Took Kahala's lipstick and wrote all over the bathroom mirror. And really, inappropriate things.
I really owe you a 17th apology for that. That is just terrible. Sorry about that.
I don't know that I've gotten one from my brother. So
I'm sorry enough for both of us. Let him off. Let's get the buzz here on
The Buzz.
On a what?
On a what?
The Buzz. Brought to you by Logier Heating and Cooling.
It is Friday, right?
Feels
Yeah,
like
it is. It is. Yeah.
Okay.
I was
I
talking
paused
to
for a second there and thought, is it Wednesday? Was I mistaken about that? But
Kevin
no,
was cutting my hair this morning, and he was like, "What day is it?" And I was like, "It's Friday." He's like,
Football
Friday. He's like, "I can't tell that it's Friday." I feel every day. I can tell just by like my body what day of the week it is. I still can't. It's Friday.
Quarterfinals tonight, Football Friday. But the Buzz, the Hawkeyes play their biggest football game in at least 4 years. You could debate how long, but it's at least 4 years, at least back to that top 5 matchup against Penn State, though that came earlier in the season, still had the chance of the playoff, but a different playoff back then. It was 4 teams. Now it's 12 teams. So Iowa, with 4 games to go, has a path. It's still, I think, a little bit of a long shot path, but it can be done. So that's Oregon, Iowa, 2:30 p.m., Kinnick Stadium. Checking with our good friend Ed Wilson, cold, rainy, windy, miserable weather. Sounds like duck weather, but I think
it sounds like the weather makes ducks fly south for the winter.
Yeah.
Is what it sounds like.
I mean, Oregon is used to bad weather too, of course, but when you look at the 2 football teams, the weather is better for Iowa. Iowa does not pass the ball much. It has a great offensive line.
Got a running quarterback that's going to have the ball in his hands and be able to decide what to do with it. Yep.
Got other running backs who are good. Got a really solid defense. Iowa's been playing the best football it's played in years. Oregon is favored by a touchdown, but there are a lot of people picking Iowa. Probably enough to make AD nervous.
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit.
Lines come down, right?
Has it come down?
6.5, yeah.
6.5. All right. Here are the Hawkeyes speaking with John Sears of WHO 13 and other reporters Tuesday about the opportunity.
This is the exact game you want to be a part of, playing for being one of the top teams in the Big Ten, playing for the playoff hopes ahead of you, also playing a top 10 team. I mean, this is what you come to the Big Ten to play for, and to be a part of a team like this heading into a game.
These are the kind of games that you kind of dream of as a kid, right? I mean, get the opportunity to upset somebody at home in Kinnick Stadium.
You got one of the best teams in the country that's going to come into a sold-out Kinnick Stadium. Huge opportunity, and I know we're all super excited.
I know Oregon's going to be ready, and I know they're good. I know our crowd's going to be ready, and the thing we have to focus on is making sure we're ready to go, because it's going to take every bit of our best performance to have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, both teams are going to be ready. There is no way Lanning or Ferentz, these players don't need some artificial firing up or bulletin board material or any of that. They are emotionally going to be ready. If you're not ready for this game, you should do something else. They'll be ready. Both teams will be ready. It'll be decided on the field.
I feel like I can picture pretty clearly this game going 2 different ways in Iowa's favor. And one of those is just opening up with a big, solid punch right to Oregon's mouth, right when it opens up. And the crowd is just crazy.
Big return or a pick six.
A return, a pick six, a sack, and a fumble. I mean, that kind of stuff where just, and then Oregon is like, oh, shit. And they really feel the weight of that place on them really early. Iowa can jump into an early lead and they just kind of get them into a death grip and hang on. I can also see this just being a really close game. kind of like the Indiana game, a surprisingly close game, maybe surprising to Oregon, not to Iowa. That goes really late, and this time the Hawkeyes do what they need to do to close it out. I mean, I feel like I feel like all the intangibles are just stacked in Iowa's favor here, and the things that Oregon does well, throw the ball, and they have a quarterback who's going to be a first-round draft choice in the NFL. I mean, they have they got a lot of talent. They have all sorts of weapons on offense. I mean, they got a choice of running backs and receivers. Those things are tougher to do when you're at a place like Kinnick Stadium and when you're in weather like they're going to have tomorrow.
The one thing that surprises me is that Oregon really needs to win this game too.
They got a grind of a schedule.
Yeah, it's not an elimination game. It is for Iowa. Iowa has to win, or if college football playoff, that dream dies. But Oregon really needs a quality win. I mean, they won at Penn State. We were all impressed by that, but now that doesn't amount to anything. Penn State's 0-5 in the Big Ten, so that's not an impressive win. On paper, Oregon's best win now is Northwestern, I guess. So Oregon is not taking this game lightly at all. Can't afford to. They'll be, as I said, they'll be ready to go.
Yeah, and they know they've got to close out here strong. They still have to play USC, and they have to go to Washington, which now, I mean, is really their big rival, their big regional rival,
right?
Which is a tough game, and Washington's not that bad. So it's just kind of tough that it has to start here, right? I mean, because if things fall off the rails here and they get a second loss, I mean, they know that they can lose their grip on this whole season if they don't get this game done.
Kirk Herbstreit has picked Iowa. Let's get another expert here. Here's the Iowa nice guy.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's something I haven't talked about much because I honestly didn't think it was real. I didn't want to jinx it. I didn't want to find out it was just a statistical hallucination. But we're in week 11, and after much thought and many touchdowns, I can safely say it. The Iowa Hawkeyes have a competent offense. I know all those words. It's just been so long since I've had to use them in that order. But it's true. Iowa is top 20 nationally in scoring offense per play and red zone efficiency. Top 20 in the country, not just Iowa City. They're also in the top half nationally for expected points added per play and third down conversion percentage. What the hell is going on? That's better than average at a school where average on offense used to be what fans were hoping for. Will any of this matter against number 9 Oregon, who has a considerably better than average offense? For years, Hawkeye fans have said, if we just had a quarterback, if we just had an offense to match that defense, the Big Ten better watch out. Well, Saturday, we get to find out if those hypothetical wins turn into real ones. And it's happening at Kinnick Stadium, a 2:30 kick. That means by the climax of the game, the sun will have dropped behind the press box and night will have crept across the field. That's when Kinnick turns from loud to haunted. Fans close enough to touch the players, their breath visible in the cold, their voices echoing through the dark. And that's when Oregon will realize they're not just playing Iowa's defense anymore, they're playing Iowa with an offense. All that considered, I think the Hawkeyes send the Ducks quacking back home with their second loss of the year. Go Hawks.
It's good. That's good writing and that dry delivery from the Iowa nice guy. But I also think he does a good job of framing how far Iowa's come. It is hard to shake that national narrative that Iowa can't pass the football because it's still, 100 yards a game or so. But the offense is drastically improved. And this is the best we've seen Iowa play football in a long time.
It's kind of everything that Iowa fans hoped for a few years ago, right? I mean, they felt like they had a just kind of a modest request, a quarterback who was somewhat mobile, could complete passes downfield from time to time. I mean, they weren't asking for very much. And then, the defense continued to be, coached by Phil Parker and playing well. They've got more than that now. I mean, they have more than that. It's more than just competence. I mean, they have a genuine running offense that is a weapon, right? I mean, they run the ball so well.
Got a couple of
it's a
running
weapon.
backs, 3.
Couple of running backs and a quarterback who might be the best runner that they've got.
Quickie poll is from WCI Pools and Spas in Ames and Urbandale.
What happened Saturday at Kinnick Stadium? Oregon wins close. Iowa wins close. Oregon by double digits, or Woodshed Part 2. It's all Iowa.
When I started this season, I thought Oregon would win this game by double digits and possibly in a blowout. I have moved off that. It's hard for me to see this Iowa team getting blown out, especially in this weather that we're expecting. I'm not going to move off my pick of Oregon. I'm going to go with Oregon winning a close game. And at this point, I think Hawkeye fans welcome somebody in the media picking Oregon, because I think some are getting uncomfortable with how popular the Iowa pick has become.
Yeah, I think Iowa wins a close game here. I just love the way that they're playing, and they're playing in a way that I don't care what team it is. No team wants to go in there right now.
No,
nobody does. They don't want to. That is just, first of all, I mean, the weather. You don't want to do anything in that kind of weather. I don't care how pleasant it might be. You don't want to do anything. You sure don't want to go into a place where the fans. I mean, it's a piranha tank right now. When you dump in a bunch of goldfish and the piranhas are just shooting all over the tank, grabbing goldfish and tearing them in half. I mean, yeah, there's scales flying all over the place. I mean, if you've ever seen that, it's what it looks like right now in there for other teams. And it doesn't matter that they've been off for a while. I mean, the fans I don't think they've lost any focus right now. So I think, I mean, we'll probably be checked down a little bit. We're getting maybe a little out over our skis. Oregon is really talented. Dan Lanning is a really good coach and is good at motivating his team. But, this is a reminder of the power of motivation. I mean, this is the same team that we saw earlier this year that didn't impress us very much.
Right.
It's the same team.
Right.
They've had some coaching. Mark Gronowski has come into his own as a quarterback, but for the most part, they're just better motivated right now. I mean, they're just things started going well, like building and building and building, and now they're going great. And this team believes in itself, and the fans are completely checked in, and they're a whole lot more dangerous than they were with the same squad at the beginning of the season.
Well, over at CBS, somebody took a look at the weather forecast for Iowa City and said, "Yeah, I'm out. Can we send Hassel instead?" Yeah. So last minute, Hassel is on a plane. I think he's on a plane right now, flying to Iowa, where he is going to, he's doing pregame, game, postgame, doing a lot for CBS, which is really cool. And we're proud of him. It's just awesome to have whatever he does in broadcasting, he's good at. So we know he'll do a good job.
That took a real, I hope they had a long talk about this. I mean, and really considered all the other options. I mean, really sending the Iowa guy to cover Iowa in Iowa.
Yeah.
Really? They didn't see this coming several weeks ago? It came down to the last minute like this?
I think what they didn't see coming was how big this game is. They probably weren't doing the resources.
There's been a bye week, though. I mean, there's been a couple of weeks.
I know.
So we've all seen this coming. They should have been right away. All right, we need to get Hassel in place. He's going to go there.
This think Hassel had to disinvite his dad. His dad was like taking a trip to Florida.
Yeah, he was. And I was really kind of excited to hear what would happen. I thought maybe, this is me just being kind of evil, but I thought it would really be funny if Donnie couldn't get a refund on his trip and he just had to go anyway. So Donnie and Kristen watched the Iowa game together without Chris. He's back in Iowa.
Just live blog that.
I was so hoping that was how it was going to turn out. But
is blogging a thing anymore? I don't know.
Blogging?
That's gone, isn't it?
Yeah, I think actually there's more logging now than there is blogging.
All right,
blogging is more antiquated.
We're going to 2012 now. Iowa having 2012, is that right? Or is it 20? Yeah, I think it was 2012. Iowa at Michigan State. You know where I'm going, Andy.
Yeah. That's 2012. Yeah, the perfect season, the 15-0 season.
That was 2015.
No, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
that's 2015. That's what we said. Oh, 2012. You're saying?
I think this is 2012.
2012 that's right before Chris left.
Yeah, but is this
2015?
Is this the season Stanzi gets hurt?
Yeah,
that was 2009.
Okay. Well, then what's 2012? Who's playing then? Nate Stanley?
They had an overtime game at Michigan State.
Yeah, the 2009 Michigan State game was McNutt at the end. It wasn't an overtime. It was the last play of the game, the 7 gets 6, where they went to 9-0.
Okay, I'm not sure on the year here. Are we 2009 or 2012?
Wait. What question are you at? What question are you asking?
I want to know what year it is the incident happens.
Yeah, no, this is 2012. It's a double overtime game. Iowa won 19-16.
Okay, but
where he got run over at the Penn State game?
No, it's a different incident. This isn't.
Yeah, this is where he got kicked out. Yeah, that's at Michigan. That's in East Lansing.
Yeah, this isn't when he lost his car keys at Kinnick Stadium and couldn't leave the game after.
That isn't the perfect season. No, the perfect season he was gone.
That's 2015.
2015.
Yeah, what were they?
Stanzi getting injured.
This was their last win. It was the last time Iowa had a losing.
They got the touchdown on the last play of the game.
No, that was 2009.
That was McNutt, right?
Oh my God, yeah, that was McNutt. That was to go 9-0.
What happened in this Michigan State game?
Other than double overtime game, it was the last bad season Iowa has had.
I don't remember that.
What doesn't add up here though is sending Hassel all the way to East Lansing during a bad season.
They weren't bad yet. I think they maybe had lost one game up till this, but they didn't win again.
Well, Keith, let me explain to you. There was a time when we went to a lot of games.
Yes.
And
this was one of those games. And Hassel is there. And Iowa wins.
Great recall.
Well, I remember the phone call. I remember the phone call
because I got the phone call at the Special Olympics Gala that I was the MC. And
I was at that gala too.
What year did you guys do that?
That was over at the Hy-Vee Center in West Des Moines.
So
we were there. I got the phone call. I think he called me first.
Yeah, he probably called you to say, what do I do?
He called me. It was the same capacity that my brother called me to tell me that he had been busted with illegal substances before he told my parents. And he called me to figure out what to say.
What the right approach is, the buffer. Okay, how do I approach this?
Yeah. And then I kind of advised him, and that way he built a little bit of a defense team.
So
and
even though
I think Chris is doing the same thing.
Yes. Even though our recall on the year is not top of mind, we have talked about this so many times because of the stress level. Chris was spinning out. Iowa wins the game.
The guy at Michigan State was a total dick.
Yeah, and
he was.
Chris
his
feels
fault.
like the main thing he was upset about was Michigan State had lost. So there's some kind of confrontation on the field. The guy then grabs, according to Chris, grabs his credential and pulls it down and snaps it off his neck, which that produces a flash
visceral
response from Chris,
yes.
a visceral response, and it would to most people because it's a really aggressive move to make. So we've heard about this. We've never known what it looked like. We've pictured it in our mind. We still don't have the complete picture, but somebody from KCRG spun the camera around and captured some of it. And thanks to Jack Leto, who's a really nice guy, he sent the footage. And for the first time, we have this incident. It sounds like I'm setting up a bit. I'm not. This is the actual footage.
You can't do what you always do. Get off me! What the fuck are you doing? You're not supposed to do that. Go ahead, Jeremy. You know you're not following me. I'm trying to get to my guy to see behind you. You're not supposed to be here.
We gotta both go. Where's that?
Hey, look, he's in here. We got plenty. Okay. Either back there in the trailers or...
That guy. Yeah, that guy in the green there at the end.
Yeah, so Chris
and there's John Campbell from KCRG.
John Campbell, what a good guy, hard worker.
There's Chris right there.
Yeah,
in
there's Chris.
In the Hamburglar hat.
Yeah, he looks like the Hawkeye logo in this shot. Look at he's so mad. He's got a beak. Okay, so has he's trying to interview a player.
Yeah, right on the field, which
most sports information directors and sports information personnel, especially after a win, they realize with a game at night and sometimes in the day, your only shot to get post-game into the newscast, which just promotes their product, increases their exposure at a time that things are positive, is to grab a player real quick, get one question in, and then almost everybody works with you on that because they understand it and they understand it's good for everybody.
Well, they know that team, I mean, you've traveled there to cover Iowa. You're talking to Iowa there. Iowa is fine with talking. They've just won that game. They're fine with talking with Iowa media down there on the field at that point of the game. They're fine with it, okay? You're not protecting them from anything. The other thing is, even if there are other people who don't have this opportunity, say writers that are coming down from the press box, the Iowa team is going to wait as long as anyone needs them to wait that night in the post-game locker room, in the press conference. They won, man. They feel great. They got nowhere to go. They're going, back to the hotel. They will stay and talk about that win for as long as anybody needs them to stay. That the PR guys do not need to rush the team off the field, rush the field media off the field. They don't need to do that. At that point, that guy's just being a dick. It's about control. He is trying to say, hey, this is my, I mean, he's being a mall cop right there. He's got, a little bit of authority, and God damn it, he is going to enforce that to the nth degree.
I'm sure he is following what the stated policy is, that you don't interview a player until the post game through the tunnel. On the other
he's
side.
not making it up. He he doesn't need to enforce that.
AD,
And
the
mostly
score
they
on the
don't.
scoreboard. Can we now confirm the year?
15,
it was
13.
2012.
Okay, it was 2012. Had that right. So, okay, good. Let's break this down like the Zapruder film here. Let's take another look at it here and see what we can pick up.
You can't do what we always do. Get off me! Get the fuck out!
All right, what was that? Chris yelling back?
Yeah. So you hear him say, like, what are you doing? Get off me. And then he starts swearing at the guy.
You can't do what we always do. Get off me! Get the fuck out! You're not supposed to do that.
You're not supposed to be. I can hear you're not supposed to be.
It's the guy in the green is pushing Chris toward the wall there at the very beginning of that shot. Who's that right there? Is that McNutt right there?
I don't think he was on the team anymore.
Who is that?
McNutt caught the touchdown in 2009?
Yeah.
It does look like
I'm not sure.
But I can't tell who that is.
That's Eubanks?
Eubanks, yeah.
Okay.
All right.
You can't do what we always do. Get off me! Get the fuck out! You're not supposed to do that. Go ahead, Hey, no. You're not following me. I'm trying to get to my guy to see behind you. You're not supposed to be here.
Not supposed to be here.
You're supposed to be here.
We gotta both go. Where's that? Hey, look, he's in. Okay. Either back there in the trailers.
Oh, I wish he'd have kept rolling on that guy.
Yeah. And, the legendary John Campbell, just the picture of calm in all of that.
I know. He's totally
Thanks
calm.
again for sending that, Jack. We have talked about that so many times.
Who shot that?
Jack Leto. I think he's too young to have been the guy that shot it. He looks like a
That would have
young
been
man to me. So we're talking 13 years ago, right?
Scott Sable probably didn't make that trip. Who was with? Was that who would have been with? Who was Campbell's? Was that Sears that shot that? He might have been with Campbell there. Was that Sears?
Is Campbell in an Oski hat?
Yeah. Yeah, he's in an Oskaloosa hat. I'm not sure why. He probably canoed there from Cedar Rapids
and did 9 stories on the way.
Yeah,
it's like, I'm gonna go up there. I'll shoot about 9 stories.
Love
on
John
the way.
Campbell. Yep, 3, 2, 1, ready, go. That was his countdown. 3, 2, 1, ready,
go. 3, 2, 1, ready, go. And so Hassel, just to bring this back around, because what?
Well, he has that switch where he he gets
goes from 1 to 10,
way too mad, but it's this exaggerated mad that it's hard to take seriously because he's exaggerated when he's being silly too. So
it's hard to know if he's being for real.
Yeah, but he gets really, really mad. I mean, he gets really, really mad.
Well, yeah, you can see it. You can see it in his
Oh,
video.
I have seen it.
right
He's
at the
gotten that
beginning
mad.
there,
He's gotten that mad at me before, but I mean, it's he's and he just like he doesn't care who is watching or shooting. He doesn't care at all there. Which I think he's in the right. I think he's totally in the right here. I think this guy's being a dick and did not need to do this. And then, but the thing it goes on from here.
Yeah, it does, and then they
put him in. They zip tied him. They zip tied him.
Yeah, that they zip tied him like handcuff style. I think took him over to their temporary holding whatever cell or area.
Yeah, I don't think they have like a jail under
zip tied there. So you can see why he would be absolutely panicked. And at least one person from Michigan State was saying things like, I'm going to make sure you never cover Big Ten football again, that kind of thing. Well, joke's on you. He's coming in for CBS this week. But the thing I also remember, our bosses, news director Rod Peterson, the general manager Dale Woods, like they backed Hassel 100%. Like Michigan State did follow up, and this is the second time a school followed up, wanting Hassel to have some kind of apology and punishment.
Yeah,
the previous time was
Iowa. Little lick, lot of bite.
A lot of lick.
Little lick, lot of bite.
Yeah, it was a parody on Sound Off, and they wanted an apology. And I think Dale was the general manager at that time too. He's like, no, it's a.
He was really good at just like.
Yeah, no, we're not.
He'd read it and then wouldn't respond. Yeah.
It's like it wasn't in the newscast. It was it's a SNL type sketch. We're not apologizing.
Lighten up. Yeah, you guys sucked.
And for this, same thing. Rod and Dale just completely backed them. I can remember calling because I was worried, and when I had the first conversation to reach out with them, and they backed Chris, and I loved that. And Michigan State wasn't done trying to make trouble for him too. It reached the weekday. You remember that? They really wanted.
Yeah, I do. I don't remember what they were asking for specifically. What were they asking for us to do to him?
I don't know.
They didn't say fire him. What did they wanted us to? What did they think we were going to do to him?
Not let him cover more football. I don't know.
Not right. Yeah, we've got a 3-person sports department
and I would be as well.
You should have just been like, look, man, this guy's, we need the bodies, man. I mean, this guy, he couldn't drive. We still made him go out there and report. We just had a photographer cart him around. You think I'm going to fire him over this?
Yeah. I mean,
we need the warm bodies.
If we're going to fire him, we've got all kinds of reasons. We don't need
Jerry,
this.
You could take the boy out of Muscatine, but you can't take the Muscatine out of the boy.
Interact on YouTube, on X. It's Murph_Andy. The email is Murph_Andy at iowaeverywhere.com, and it is all powered by the Cellular Advantage. 35 regional locations. Proud partner with U.S. Cellular since 1993. Some other hot topics.
Our cell phones were ringing that night, I'll tell you that.
Oh, man, they were. Yeah. There were cell phones then. They weren't quite as nice now as they are now, but geez, that was a stressful night. The Special Olympics. Like, it's a night you're just supposed to just feel the best about the human spirit and, competition, and just that night usually fills me full of love and joy.
What are you doing?
And best in people.
Get off me.
And it's Chris. So
drops an F-bomb.
And at first, I don't know if you guys are putting, if there's like some kind of sick joke that Chris has been zip tied at the game.
Why did he have zip ties?
It wasn't like
the sports information slap at Michigan State. Hey, excuse me, stadium police, can I borrow some of those handcuffs, please? No, you're not checked out on these.
You got a zip tie?
Go to the packaging room.
You got a belt?
Get some zip ties over there. The janitor will give you some zip ties.
How about some duct tape?
Okay, well, I've got zip ties here. Put your hands behind your back. He zip tied him. How do you zip tie somebody's hands together? Don't you have to do you have to use two? I know police actually they carry certain kinds of zip ties when they run out of handcuffs and stuff.
Yeah, they must have had these these police grade security zip ties.
You think he just went and got some like packaging tape, taped his hands together? Yeah, I think he was zip tied, and he was like sitting against the wall in the tunnel. Going back there, and he had to cover. He had to cover the game.
Somebody has to have a photograph of Chris in the tunnel of shame, zip tied. Now, zip tied. That's the front, right? They wouldn't make you put his hands behind his back.
What's the point in zip tying the front? What does that do? You can still reach up and grab stuff. They're trying to immobilize the guy. They put it behind your back.
I wish he wasn't in the air. We need some answers. Like, were you?
Well, he's texting. He's been texting me. I don't know. It's a little sporadic. Was it what? I gotta remember.
We need answers, Chris. All right, Iowa State's going to TCU. Not much buzz this week. I'm not breaking news to you there. And no Jamison Patton, the former Roosevelt and Ankeny star, is out for the game. So Iowa State, saw this on Cyclone Fanatic. Iowa State is down both corners, 3 best safeties, and 1 starting linebacker. I mean, this back-to-back seasons, coincidence. It is so much that I have seen a lot of traffic of Cyclone football fans asking, like, do we need to, is there something we're missing here? Is there something in strength and conditioning, or, the field, or is there a reason this is happening? I would guess that it's just a bad coincidence, but it is back-to-back defense decimated by injuries.
Well, I don't know about that, but Hassel says it was legit handcuffs. It wasn't zip tie. It was real handcuffs.
What?
Yeah.
Why have we had zip tie? We've always told the story of zip tie.
Well, I mean, it's a funnier story if it's zip tied. I'm actually a little disappointed that it's actual handcuffs. But
actual handcuffs, that's up a notch.
It is up a notch. I think they got like the stadium police involved, and he was like, "Seize that man! Seize that man in the Hamburglar hat right here."
What did he do? He tried to interview one of the winning players. You're telling me that reporter over there tried to interview one of the winning players? Yes, I saw him do it. He tried to interview one of the winning players.
He needs to be restrained right now.
So it's a fan?
He swore he would interview again.
He doesn't
handcuff
have a credential, right? You mean a fan jumped onto the field and was trying to interview?
What?
No, he's got a credential, but he was trying to interview one of the winning players. So the winning player objected? No, he was happy to talk to him.
Yeah.
But so he
got. I think they got like. There was a physical altercation between Hassel and the guy in the green.
I think when he snapped his credential off, which would make just about anybody, it's kind of like poking somebody in the face. Like you want to, you want to get somebody mad that he snapped the credential off him, and I think Hassel pushed him at that point.
I think that's what happened. So there was some kind of an assault.
Yeah, so you assaulted me.
Yeah, give me a break.
This man.
Yeah,
so
they did.
behind the back or handcuffs out front? You're saying it has to be behind the back.
I don't. Why?
I pay $100 for a photo of Hassel in that tunnel.
Like in the perp walk, they handcuff him in front, right? So they're just kind of walking along there. But if you're really trying to restrain somebody, you got to put him behind the back.
What was the talk? Hey, make sure you put the handcuffs in the back. We don't want him trying to interview any more winning players. We got to make sure he can't get that microphone up there.
I guarantee that somebody in the Michigan State office, probably several people, rolled their eyes at this situation, because I think it's this Barney Fife mall cop PR slap that is like so over the top here. And I would assume that he had some sort of a reputation as for taking his job a little too seriously. And somebody was like, oh, God. They handcuffed her.
They immediately know who it is. Like, oh, I bet I know who this is. Yeah, no, I can see
He's wearing a ball game giveaway stocking cap, and he's got a camera in his hand. Like, what damage could this guy really do?
Well, as you can see, Andy has had some in-depth analysis on the Cyclone injuries. So let's get the Iowa nice guys' take on the game.
What the hell is going on in Ames? After a 5-0 start, the Cyclones have lost 4 in a row. Heading into the game against Arizona, Hall of Fame quarterback Phil Simms said he thinks Rocco Beck is an NFL caliber signal caller. Since then, Iowa State has been playing and coaching poorly, with baffling decisions like playing a starting cornerback in a blowout where he blew out his knee. Is this team broken? Was it never good? Is this a lost season? No. It's time to dig deep and find yourself, Cyclones. This TCU team is on a 2-game winning streak and smelling a third. That can't happen. Iowa State needs to win these last 3 games and get to 8 wins. Now, will they? You're damn right they will. Despite the injuries, this team can do it. And Matt Campbell needs to prove he's still the top-tier coach we all know he is. This is a guy that Urban Meyer has said is a national title level coach. Now's the time. Go whisper in Rocco's ear, f*** the process, and go sling the ball. Iowa State rebounds to beat TCU. Mark my words.
Words have been marked. I don't see Iowa State winning this game. I know it's possible, but I'm picking TCU.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you need to see a different Iowa State than we've seen in over a month to believe that they would go on the road and win a game like this. You know, this is no fun. This is no fun at all. I think that there's probably some good in this for Iowa State, and that they, you know, the pressure is completely off them. You know, they kind of have to just sort of play like they've got nothing to lose at this point, and, you know, maybe kind of dig deep into the bag of tricks and just, you know, throw some noodles at the wall and see what sticks at this point. Sometimes that's good. We've seen Iowa State, you know, do this in the past under Matt Campbell, where, you know, they go on the road and they play this surprisingly good game. Some of our favorite games under the Matt Campbell era have been like that. You know, Brock Purdy coming out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Those are fun. Those are games where, you know, geez, I mean, the Matt Campbell game with Kyle Kempt.
Yeah, geez.
I mean, those, you know, this isn't, you know, quite the same as that, but, you know, you go and, you know, you just kind of go have fun playing football again and see what happens. You know, I think that's the best you can hope for this game tomorrow. But you know, I know this team is better than this, but right now they're off their game. They're really hurt. I mean, they're really injured, and
they're injured. Their quarterback is having a crisis of confidence. He could get that back, but I feel like I've been in the moving process too much. I'm picking against both local teams, knowing that if they both win, or if one wins, even our week is better next week. It's better for us when the teams that are most followed do well. So we'll see how that goes. Luke Fickell will be back at Wisconsin next year, according to AD Chris McIntosh. Wisconsin has scored 7 points in the past 3 games, but they would owe him a lot of money. There is some responsible thought to this. It's like, look, we made this contract. We know this guy can coach. What he did at Cincinnati, he hasn't done what we thought here. So they say they'll commit more money, more NIL, improved roster, get him more support. I don't know. It reaches this point, it doesn't usually work out, but I think AD won't like this, but maybe some credit to Wisconsin for like being the one school that's going to give it a little more time.
Yeah, no, I love it. They should extend him, give him a lifetime contract. I think this is the right move.
Sometimes this says more about the athletic director than it does about the coach or the fan base here. And Chris McIntosh hired him. He's not I don't think he's on the most stable ground there at Wisconsin. And when you fire a coach and eat a bunch of contract, I mean, is there any, you know, more demonstrative way to say to the fan base, I totally screwed up?
Look what happened at LSU. The coach went and then the AD followed.
I mean, we've seen it at Nebraska. I mean, the head football coach is like your number one responsibility, you know, as an AD, as silly as that sounds. If you screw up on a monumental level, which it kind of looks like McIntosh has here, even though everybody loved the hire at first, and you have to go begging to donors to donate to the buyout fund, the Luke Fickell buyout fund, especially at a time where Wisconsin's, their fans are totally checked out of this season. They don't care.
Yeah.
Go ask them for money now? What? I got to give it to you.
Michigan has changed its mind, won't play Western Michigan in Germany next season. That's the right move. Glad to see this. I know we spoke out against this, or at least I remember doing it when this announcement was made. I get what they're trying to do with the NFL. College football is not going to win over a bunch of fans in other countries. I also understand Cyclone fans, those who went, had a great time in Dublin. Kansas State fans did not.
Yeah, but that's an interesting matchup. At least at the beginning of the season, it was an interesting matchup.
But
Michigan, Western Michigan.
Get these games out of neutral fields and domes and other countries. They belong on college campuses.
Get rid of these games altogether. Michigan, Western Michigan.
I know.
This is the game we're talking about. We don't want to see that at all.
I didn't want to see the Broncos Raiders, but watched some of it last night.
That's an NFL game. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that
was a bad game last night. It was a punt fest. It was a bad watch. But the Broncos are 8-2. First time since the Peyton Manning era. They're obviously flawed, but they're 8-2. Boy, those are nice uniforms.
That's a good uniform game there. Those are Raiders throwbacks too.
Raiders always look sharp.
The Broncos, that's easily the better Bronco uniform option there.
Yes,
easily.
Absolutely. The Dolphins have gotten serious, Andy. They're 2-7.
How those press conferences going?
This move isn't a press conference, but they've done something that says, well, we've got the answer to our problems. We're going to take the Papa shot out of the locker room. So the Papa shot has been removed from the Dolphins locker room. So that should get things turned around.
That was where all their focus was going?
Maybe, but I think the bigger message here is you're not allowed to have fun. Just want you thinking about football. And when you do think about it, think about how miserable we all are that you keep losing. So no more Papa shot. This is usually like a billiards or ping pong table, but the Dolphins are going Papa shot.
Yeah, it sounds a little like they're acting like parents of a 7th grader. Aren't they? I mean, all right, I told you there'd be consequences here. And you pushed me anyway. So you know what? No more Papa shot.
Papa shot's gone. Papa shot's gone. We'll touch on hoops real quickly here. The season will be here soon enough. I mean, the season without a college football season around it. Iowa State men thumped Grambling last night, just as you'd expect. Cyclones are 2-0. Joshua Jefferson, 20 points, 8 rebounds. Mississippi State coming up on Monday in Sioux Falls. That's the first interesting game on the Cyclone slate. You said you'd be interested to see how that one comes out, Andy. It's coming. Yep. Drake lost to Robert Morris in overtime. Ugh. That's a bad loss for Drake.
You wonder if the golden era is over on a hiatus now for Drake. That's a bad loss.
New team. It's a new coach.
Well, it is, but it's a bad loss. I mean, you're paying this team to come in and they're on a tour. They just got smoked at Iowa, which
32 points.
Yeah, with your old team and your old coach. I
didn't even think of that. Yeah,
it's
like Drake's team last year beat Robert Morris by 32.
Yeah, killed him. Go to overtime. There's a little bit of interest in it, but I mean, you play this game to win this game, and honestly, this is what's supposed to happen when you lose your entire team and your coach and you have to start again from zero.
It's normally really difficult. It wasn't last year,
but
it usually is.
It's supposed to be difficult, right? I mean, it's not supposed to be this easy. As easy as they made it last year with Ben McCollum. it's hard to do that because even if you have the players, the right players, you're not supposed to have the right formula at this point, 2 games in for Eric Henderson. It's supposed to be he's supposed to be in there, acting like an alchemist right now where he's mixing different things, trying different stuff. He doesn't really know what he's got right now. It's supposed to be hard, but still supposed to beat Robert Morris on your home floor.
5-star recruit Jenica Lewis of Johnston made her college decision. Iowa was in the running, as you'd expect for this, but she picks Notre Dame. So she will head to Notre Dame, or at least committed to Notre Dame. I always try to give that disclaimer these days, although the women's basketball tends to be a little bit more predictable. Don't forget Speakpipe. What's bugging you? You can go there anytime. It's Murph _ it's speakpipe.com, Murph _ Andy, and leave a message of what's bugging you. Here is this week's What's Bugging You, presented by Consumer Credit of Des Moines.
Hi, I'm Tom Coates. If what's bugging you is your credit card debt, please call us at Consumer Credit of Des Moines. Since 1987, we've helped over 100,000 people, and we can help you.
Hey guys, it's Bob and Idell. What's bugging me this week is Chris Williams and all of his ghost talk. Chris, there is not a ghost under every piece of carpet, every board in your house, every piece of drywall inside of every nail. There's not a ghost trying to poke and prod you all the time. But thank the good Lord that Chris Hassel is.
Hey, you beautiful boys. This is Larry David Jr. out in Boone, the Rant. What's bugging me this week is these ranking of these high school basketball players before they even play a pounding of basketball on the college floor. And what's bothering me is how they're ranked. And it's just a crapshoot. I'd rather go pull a slot machine at Circa than try and rank these kids sometimes. I think of my boy, my twin over there, Xavier Foster, who was at Iowa State. He was amazing. 70th ranked player. Then he flopped out, went to SMU, flopped out. Now he's at Redford flopping out, averaging 0.2 points a game in like 3 minutes. And it's just not fair to put all this pressure on these young fellas out there before they even get to put themselves on the court. I'd just rather go pull a slot machine and then let these stupid recruiters or whatever tell me what someone's ranked or not ranked. Just trust them in TJ Otzelberger. I say, whoever he gets is going to be good.
Jeez. I don't think everybody is taking Speakpipe as seriously as they should, but that was a hell of a rant right there. I wondered what happened to Xavier Foster. My goodness.
Radford was his last. I think he may be out of college now.
That's a fall from grace right there from 7 feet up.
Leave a rant at any time. You don't have to be drunk, but some people clearly are. It is now time for Throwdowns.
Throwdowns. It's Throwdowns, backed by Heartland Tire and Auto.
Heartland Tire and Auto, treating you like family in Ankeny, Waukee, Knoxville, Boone, and Crescent, an authorized dealer of both Firestone and Bridgestone tires. Andy, Iowa State has struggled in several areas during this 4-game losing streak. If you could wave a magic wand and fix one specific thing about the Cyclones, what are you fixing?
Oh my God! Well, the offense has been the biggest culprit here. And they have problems all over the field, as you just said. I keep it simple. I fix Rocco Becht. I make his passes really accurate, his decisions sharp, clear his mind, give him his confidence. He's throwing accurate passes. Eventually, the receivers are going to trust him, and they're going to catch him. Everything is going to start working a little bit better. He makes better decisions. The offensive line is in a better position. It makes the running game better just because he's better and the passing game is better. I think it all starts with him. We have not seen the Rocco Becht that we know is in there in weeks.
I agree with all that. That's where it starts, and especially down all those starters on defense. If you're going to win a game at TCU, you're going to have to win it in a shootout, so you're going to need peak Rocco Becht, and we haven't seen that in a while, so that'd be the magic wand.
All right, Murph, most people agree that one tune-up game against an overmatched opponent is enough for college football, maybe even too many. Now here we are in basketball season where teams play several of these games. How many tune-up games would you like to see college basketball teams play?
I would like to see none, but if I have to see more than none, I would see one. these conferences are so big and there's so many teams in state that would make for intriguing matchups. It's so deflating when you place like a Robert Morris or who's Iowa playing at here at the Casey Center?
Western Illinois.
I mean,
at the Casey, they're playing them tonight. At the Casey Center, they're playing Belmont.
Yeah.
Well, that's a
fewer tune-ups.
Valley team. They're playing Belmont.
Wait, that's not right.
They're not playing a Valley team, right?
That sounds too good.
Belmont Clemmy, I think is who they're playing.
Bucknell.
Oh, Bucknell. Well,
okay.
that's a program that's made the tournament recently.
Yeah, that's not Robert Morris or Grambling.
Andy, how many tune-up games do you want to see?
The problem is that you have the intersection of basketball and football early on, and basketball takes a little while to heat up. I think I would be okay with 3, which,
It's a good point that football's going on, so you don't need another distraction anyway. You can just kind of casually see how the team's doing.
I think you have some of these midweek games and that. I mean, it doesn't really matter. With a good program, fans are so excited. They'll go to see anybody. They'll watch anything at that point. With a bad program, you feel like they need kind of a warm up, and I think I could argue 3.
All right, Andy, it's going to be a cold weekend. You've got a lot of time. Perfect for soup.
Ooh.
What's your favorite soup?
Soup. There it is.
There's so many. My favorite soup to make, this is boring, but I think beef barley soup, where you can start like with some soup bones and like boil those for a few hours and make this incredibly rich beef stock, and then just kind of like throw a ton of vegetables in there and your barley, and whether it's ground beef or cut up like, stew meat or whatever. Oh, so good. And then you can freeze it and you can eat it for a long time. Give me my beef barley soup.
French onion for me. Give me that French onion.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah. And turn it as unhealthy as possible. Just that baked cheese across the top.
Yeah. And with the bread.
Yeah, just that bread soaking in there.
Makes a lot of people fart.
Bad. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man. French onion soup. Clear
All right,
room.
that's Throwdowns.
Confluence is the official beer of Murph and Andy.
Whoop, 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 whoop. What we got here? Farmer John's today.
Farmer John's is
Farmer John's
Andy's beer of the week.
Spilt it on the microphone last week.
That looks good.
Smelled it for the rest of the week.
A busy day of work ahead.
Man, Confluence has a great fall menu right now. I need to step into that tap room. Tomorrow will be a good day to do that. Go into the tap room at Confluence.
Get the pretzels too. Man, I've
Just
eaten
like a
an
bowl of
entire bucket
pretzels?
of the. No, they have various flavors, and it's good. It'll get you addicted. We've already heard from the Iowa nice guy twice, but now we hear from Scott Sipker. Ready or not, it's Scott School.
Scott School, Scott School, Scott School is cool. Yeah.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Scott School. We had an election this week, and the two major parties, the Republicans and Democrats, both have a animal mascot. The Republicans are the elephant, and that's from when the Republican Party was started as an abolition party. Civil War fighters would say they were seeing the elephant when they would be in combat. So that stuck. And then even more interesting to me is Andrew Jackson, President Andrew Jackson.
Yeah, you're
Everyone
not a fan.
called him a jackass. Mm-hmm. And he thought, you know what, for this new Democratic Party that I'm a part of, what if we just put the double fingers up to them and we just make our mascot a jackass? And so he did. And that is Scott School.
Scott School.
That's how we got the donkey. The jackass.
Didn't really know that. Yeah.
Huh.
I don't think
Yeah, there
Scott
you go.
School story before.
Presented by Carbless Premium Handcrafted Cocktails.
You can look it up. I'm not making that up.
Sometimes I feel like Scott is making stuff up.
It's possible.
Back off that mic a little bit there, Scott.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what,
Scott, what you look like you're
I can't.
snorting the
what do you have,
foam.
a cold
He's
sore?
trying to
or
hide
something?
How did you know that? That's exactly the problem. I
You have a cold sore?
Yeah.
Let's see it.
I'm hiding.
Really?
Nope.
Yeah.
Come on, let's see it.
Nope.
Let's see it.
No,
Come
Well,
on,
you got a beard and a mustache.
Come on.
no. Oh,
It's herpes.
Show it.
It's a form of herpes.
Oh, I see it. Yeah. Scott's got the herp. Scott's got the herp.
the oral herpes.
Scott's got the herp.
All my life, I've been made fun of for this, and it will
got
continue.
herpes.
Luckily, they have medicine now called Visaclavir, which is awesome. But when I was in second grade and had to get my photo taken for the school, I had 8. It felt like cold sores, and you know what we didn't have then? Visaclavir. So old Scotty boy's been dealing with cold sores his whole life, and they're so gross. They're so gross. So I think I'm doing everyone a favor by hiding my cold sore today.
Stupid Quickie poll is from Hoodoo. H-U-D-U. Hoodoo is.
When you floss, where do you start? The molars, the bottom middle, the top middle, or I don't floss.
I just flossed my teeth, so I'll start. It's I got back row, top all the way in the back. So
You
that's
just
molar.
flossed your teeth at like afternoon?
Yeah, I haven't eaten yet today, and it's been a scramble all day. So yes.
Wait, do you floss your teeth twice a day?
Yes.
Oh, he'd do it 5 times a day if he could.
Oh.
Yeah, I
He
may
loves
start flossing every hour on the hour.
Why would
Yeah.
you need to floss if you haven't eaten all day, Keith?
Yeah,
I think
what-
this is overdoing
yeah.
it.
It does
I
sound
did
like a
habit.
little
I
excessive.
mean, you know, do you want to? It's like my
like wanna-
philosophy. It's like my philosophy for working out. You can work out for 10 minutes every day, or you can try to work out for 3 hours once a month. You know, give me the 10 minutes every day.
I think that's quite the same.
I like how you used the pun philosophy there with the floss and the philosophy. Well done.
Yeah, thanks.
Keith, Andy, what do you do for your flossing?
When I remember to floss,
Ooh, they're coming in soft.
I start at the upper back corner.
Yeah,
I'm
same.
usually pretty good. Why am I hearing
Really?
myself in the background?
Oh no!
Probably somebody.
What are you
it's
doing?
probably
Hold on, I'll
Scott.
be right back.
Oh my gosh, he has the show on in another room.
How did he not notice that yet?
He's got headphones on and he's using a mic to cover up his herpes.
I'm back.
All right. Can we go to more, please?
I start in the middle, by the way. Okay. thanks
Let's
for
get some
asking.
more.
But wait, there's more. From Either Or Eatery and Patio.
You can see it from the street right now, 6222 Grand Avenue.
My cold sore?
Yeah, you can see, if you turn to the north, you'll see Scott's cold sore. If you turn to the south, you'll see Either Or getting all decked out for the holidays. Tinsel is alive and well, and lots of good photo opportunities. And I was at Farrell's this morning, and one of the guys in my class came walking up, and he was talking about taking our recommendation to try out Either Or. He went for brunch last weekend. It reminds me that they do brunch on Sundays. Do a great brunch. Do it all on Saturday and Sunday. So that's another option if you haven't tried Either Or. If you've tried them and just haven't done the brunch, they do that. Let's get things started with a very close call.
Still got the photo.
Oh, whew. Journey is coming to Des Moines. What is left of Journey, anyway. It's Neil Sean, Jonathan Cain. They're the only original members. I don't think Jonathan Cain was quite original, but he was on the big albums of the late 70s. Arnel Pineda is the Filipino lead singer there, the second from left. He has built quite a fan club since replacing Steve Perry. Fans
He can
like
really
him.
sing, and he sounds like peak Steve Perry.
He's great. Yeah. The rest of these guys, I don't know who these guys are. There's three of these guys in the back row, but they're still playing Journey out there. They're still playing the Journey songs, and they're coming to Des Moines.
The tour, by the way, presented by Just for Men.
Knew you would pick up on that.
Yeah, that.
By the way,
beard in the back.
and a reminder that you can use it on facial hair as well. Yeah, it
Clearly.
also works there. Yeah, jeez. This from on a more serious note from more contributor Susan in West Des Moines. This week in 1978, the Yonkers store at Merle Hay Mall caught fire, killing 10 people. It remains the deadliest fire in Des Moines history. I didn't know about this. I knew there was the Yonkers building downtown that caught fire well after it was closed. I didn't know about this one. Let you know I'm not a Des Moines native. It's 1978. So the mall is, really, really humming at that point.
Journey's rocking.
Journey is at its peak, yeah. The fire started with an explosion.
Whoa.
I went back and read a couple of old Register articles on this. Started with an explosion likely from a hydrogen tank ignited by a spark. Started near the offices, which are kind of in the center of the building, of the business. Most of those who were killed were office workers stuck in the middle of the building. Firefighters said it was the worst fire that they had ever fought or even seen. 10 feet inside the door, the smoke was so black and so thick, their visibility went to zero. The merchandise, as the fire was burning, continued to feed the flames in waves. The plastic, the stuff that when it burns is very toxic, extremely smoky, and burns very, very hot. Fire crews said it felt like the fire was actually breathing as it would take a moment and then ignite all of the rest of this merchandise and then just exhale flames and heat. Trapped employees fled to the roof, where they were rescued, and the fire smoldered for days. In the aftermath, Register reporter Tom Alex wrote, quote, relatives and friends of those trapped inside watched Polk County Medical Examiner Dr. R.C. Wooters walk out of the charred building with rings on his fingers and jewelry draped over his soot-blackened arms. These were all that he had found of the bodies and were used to identify the dead. That is,
it's a dark story.
That is a rough, man. So still the deadliest fire in Des Moines history. Quite a long time ago now, but they had to rebuild that entire Yonkers. It was one of the anchors of Merle Hay Mall for a long, long time, and now there's no Yonkers at all. The Yonkers brothers got started here in Des Moines. They're buried over at Woodland Cemetery. But Yonkers had a long run, but it wasn't always rosy. Man,
I had never heard that story.
I hadn't either. I didn't know that. All right, let's lighten it up a bit. This is Colleen. She's looking for a man, and she has got some pretty specific tastes.
I am excited to find my life partner in crime, not to commit them, just to have some fun. I love to go to the lake and watch people fish. I'm not a fisher myself, but I love the sport. I'm a huge fan of ice skating, men's ice skating only. To be quite frank, I am looking for you to come through the door after your 9 to 5, and we sit down and I cook you a delicious meatloaf. The secret is adding pork. I love myself, first and foremost. A lot of weak men have called me aggressive. I tend to disagree. I'm a Virgo woman, and need to say this, no Virgo men. I would love a man who is able to look at me and say, God, you're perfect, because I am. I've been in love once, and the man looked very similar to me. My most prized item is a medal I won for wrestling. I was the only female on the wrestling team. I didn't win state, but I came close to going to state. But Jeannie gave me 3 wishes. I would wish for world peace. Number 2, I would wish for bigger eyebrows. And number 3, I would wish for a larger car. One thing you don't know about me is that I've never voted.
This seems like a Melissa McCarthy bit right there.
That can't be real.
World peace, bigger eyebrows,
and a larger
bigger car.
Because I plan to gain a bunch of weight.
That is like, man, he really got off easy. Yeah, this
I
is
like
easy.
Figure skating.
Am I the only one that was waiting for her to flip me off at the end?
God, that's great. From the bowels of X, we bring you this, a rare archival photo of Abraham Lincoln playing the Fender Stratocaster given to him by Keith Richards.
He kind of looks like Keith Richards.
I've not seen that photo before.
That's incredible. That must be newly discovered.
That is, and pretty good photography for its time.
All right,
all right. This was him actually at Ford's Theater interrupting the show, and that's why John Wilkes Booth shot him in the head.
Jeez. All right. Speaking of music, I'm just going to leave this here.
Sweet Caroline, the times you never see.
He hated Sweet Caroline that much?
I wish I had more information on what was going on there. Maybe he really had a crush on Caroline Kennedy.
Well,
he's like,
I
shut
think
your
Andy's
mouth.
on the edge of taking somebody down when they're singing Sweet Caroline.
Well, you play it at the wrong time. I mean, again, if if it's ladies' night, bachelorette parties in there, you could play it. But otherwise, you got to play it. That's a bar closing song. You can't be playing that too early. And some people are just sick of it, right? They play it all the time. That guy was pissed. He'd had enough.
Hey guys, picked him up from the thigh.
Yeah, just threw him down.
Move.
Yeah, let's talk weddings here. Let's talk weddings. Wedding photos. Don't step over the very first rule of a good wedding photo, which is keep everyone safe.
Ok, un po' più a sinistra, perfetto, così.
Aspetta che tiro giù il vestito. Piano piano. Oh! Ehi! Fermatela! Oh mio Dio! Fermatela!
They they took their eye off the prize there for a second, and Granny is gone. Another thing about weddings, some people like to involve their dog. You ever been to a wedding with the couple brings their dog, or they involve their dog?
It's like the ring bearer.
Yeah, like their ring bearer or something.
No, I've never seen that.
You haven't ever?
No.
My friend John, he got married, and they brought his chocolate lab Cody, and he was running around behind the band, smelled the drummer's butt, and he was eating and drinking and stuff. Anyway, careful there. I mean, you're dealing with animals, and things can go wrong. Here is a good example.
Oh my God! What in the? No! Oh my God! He went straight in. I can't believe this. Look at his face. Hey. Get out of here.
All right, I got the full story from Hassel here. Clearly, is sitting on a plane and has plenty of time to fill in the details. This is what happened. First of all, Andrew, at Michigan State, the game that was 2009. That was 2009.
That was McNutt.
I'm going to read this.
That was McNutt.
That was McNutt. Yeah, wow. I'm going to read this verbatim here. Okay, these are Chris's words. Quote: I was interviewing a player coming off the field, 46, I think, Ballard. He came and he's talking about the PR guy. He came in and just shoved me off and ruined it. I said, "What the fuck are you doing?" And he said, "No fucking interviews on the field," and rips my credential off my neck. So I have a camera in one hand and a mic in the other, so I headbutt him. I forgot about the headbutt.
That's right. It was a headbutt.
He hits the ground. I turn around to walk down the tunnel. He screams for security. They push me up against the wall and cuff me. Real handcuffs. I stand there for 10 minutes and a cop comes. Finally, the female cop says, "What are we going to do here?" And the guy who I headbutted, by that point has a shiner on his eye. And he says, "Just fucking let him go do his job." They let me go. I'm able to make my live shot hit from the KWWL van and get all the post-game coverage from Iowa. Meanwhile, Dave Zavolinsky, who drove to the game so Channel 5 could save gas money, tells his GM and shit that they're going to have the Central Iowa exclusive because I'm in cuffs. And Dave misses slot. In East Lansing, they had a game on ABC late, and he thinks he has an extra hour, but he didn't know Des Moines cut out of the game because it was a blowout to do local news at normal time. Murph slammed his phone on the ground so hard that it broke. They had nothing from the game.
Wow.
Jeez.
Those are great details. Also, being reminded of some of these details, I'm not as surprised he's in handcuffs. I forgot the headbutt.
Yeah, the headbutt. Yep, that's right.
Imagine if that happened today. You know, we talked about the Iowa nice guy stuff, like does better today. If that happens, that's definitely getting caught on video.
Who even thinks to headbutt?
Well, he's got something in each hand.
A fighter. That's obviously what you do. Headbutt is one of the safest things you can do.
This guy had a fight on the green at State Golf.
I put the camera down and then use your arms.
No. Chris did the right thing. Yes, he got assaulted first.
It's a visceral reaction. Well,
that guy ripped that thing off. That is assault, no doubt about it. That's assault. Chris is well within his right to go. Boom.
That's a soft assault.
That's
still a good attorney knows that's assault.
It definitely would piss you off if somebody did that.
That would piss you off, yeah. But
visceral response from that.
The headbutt is assault too, right?
In self-defense. You didn't know he ripped off?
Yeah. No, I knew. I knew he ripped off.
He ripped it off, and Chris thought he was under more bodily harm.
I just think it's funny that
himself.
he reacted with a headbutt. And
Smart.
for you to think that that's just normal, Scott, tells me that you've been watching way too much UFC.
Well, there's a reason why they don't allow it in the rules, because it's such an effective move.
Also, we've come around here with this more information. The Michigan State guy looks a little better than he did an hour ago.
Yeah, he said let him go. Yeah,
No.
But I mean, he started it though.
He knew as well that what he did was really wrong and could get his ass fired
He's
too.
mostly mad because Michigan State lost on that play.
Yeah. But people are turning on Hassel here. Peter Venkman, look at that. Whoa, it was Hassel in the wrong. Headbutt changes everything. Hassel wasn't in any imminent threat.
I don't know.
Imminent
Is
danger.
the statute of limitations off on this, by the way? Because maybe you
want to relitigate this over at Spartan Stadium? All right, let's finish up with a chance for Scott. I always like it when Scott's here for this kind of stuff because I don't know. I can't tell. I mean, some of this stuff looks so real. I really think it's real. And the question is, of course, is this real or AI? Now we go to the site of a building demolition in Poland.
Okay.
Let's go.
Look, so the part that tells me that it's maybe not real is that, if you could play this again, please, Andrew, is that the guy stands up. Look, he stands up like right before he launches toward the building.
That's what makes you think it might not be real?
Yeah, because I don't think, like the centrifugal force as he's going forward, I don't think he'd be able to push up with his
It just seems like this is not the first time this guy has done it. We'll call him Barney. Like, it seems like he'd been Barney the Bomb before.
He took that building down, though.
Scott, you do a documentary on Hassel's night at Michigan State.
There'd be a lot of people watch it. God, you do need a little more footage, but
and Scott, could you recreate from the video we have? Could you turn this into AI? And give us an idea of what it looked like?
Oh yeah, you could do that.
I love how he turns the whole thing around and ends up using it as a story to just take Dave down.
Right. Dave thought he had an extra hour. He's the bad guy.
Dave is one of Chris's best friends, but he will never step over an opportunity to just douche Dave.
And that was a huge win for Iowa. That was a thrilling win.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I remember that day so well.
Yeah, wow. we were at the Special Olympics thing. I do remember that.
I remember that well. I didn't know what year it was.
So that would have been Ricky Stanzi there. Yeah.
All right. Nicely done, Moore.
That's your more, everybody.
Thank you very much. Time for the Andrew Downs audio drop of the day. We call it the AD squared, but we don't call it anything before we mention Hawks on Tap.
That's right. Yeah. Before I do that, a quick plug for Hawks on Tap tonight. Buffalo Wild Wings and Ankeny, 6:30 will be the start of the show. Chad Lysico is going to join me, and we'll break down the Oregon game, maybe talk a little hoops. Iowa plays basketball, the men tonight as well. So, yeah, Hawks on Tap out at...
Don't talk much hoops.
We won't. We'll talk a little hoops. but not a lot. It's going to mostly be Iowa, Oregon, and some wings and some Bud Light and some fun. So join us out there. It is Friday, so some parental advisory is necessary here. It is all brought to you by Game Day Men's Health. I go to the Ankeny location. There's one in West Des Moines on University, North Liberty on the eastern side of the state, the suburbs of Chicago. Wherever you are, there's a Game Day near you. They can give you a free consultation and get you back to what you were like in your 20s. Like Chris Hassel, you want to headbutt somebody, Game Day Men's Health can help you out.
You might even headbutt him too.
That's such a pro move. I'm even more impressed with Hassel right now. I'm
I'm always impressed with how honest he is. I mean,
I know, and so many of the things that he's honest about are not flattering stories that he shares.
He's an inspiration to me.
All right,
Chris is so good. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Sorry. Andrew.
we got Football Friday. Let's go.
Yeah. Hey, none of these bleeps are necessary. I've placed bleeps to make you hear things that aren't actually being said. What you hear is on you, not us. So this week in Iowa, unnecessary censorship.
From the files of some headlines don't need stories, we bring you this. Man gets naked and starts f***ing people in Virginia Walmart. I got my red velvet jacket and a tan waistcoat, and I got a great big like Flava Flav. I got the whole shebang. The rule was created after inspectors discovered vendors selling bad pickles. Have you ever tried to a pickle?
No.
Well, I'm telling you, there is nothing that makes your wife happier than a really nice piece of on Christmas.
Tom Brady his dog Lua 2 years ago. I love dogs. Big fan of Tom Brady. I think this is weird.
A Florida woman is suing SeaWorld Orlando because she got hit in the face by a while riding a roller coaster. It knocked her out.
How are you, Mr. Movie?
I'm just going to drive by Andy's house and him off.
Well, that happens all the time anyway.
Off a lot past 24 hours.
Well done.
Oh, geez. AD is especially graphic this week.
Not even a little.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's right. Those are all innocent
dirty
things
mind.
that were said.
He's going to flip him off.
Quickie poll results presented by WCI Pools and Spas. 2 polls.
Okay, here we go. What happens tomorrow at Kinnick? Oregon wins close. Iowa wins close. Oregon by double digits. Woodshed part 2, all Iowa. 33% say Iowa wins close. 29% Oregon by double digits. 28% excuse me.
Are you okay?
He went from a burp to getting saliva stuck.
Oh, my God.
You got too much going on right now.
28% Oregon wins close and 10% Woodshed 2, part 2, all Iowa. When you floss, where do you start? Molars, bottom, middle, top, middle. I don't floss. Wow. 20% don't floss.
Yeah, you don't have to floss. You only need to floss the teeth you want to keep.
37% say molars. Yeah, start bottom. Who starts in the middle?
I do. I do bottom middle.
I knew it would be you.
That's really odd.
You need to floss that canker sore.
I wish it was a canker
That's probably
sore.
why you have
I could go out in public then.
It's a cold sore. Why do they say it's a cold sore? That's such a...
It's not cold.
It's oral herpes. It's just terrible.
They picked anything. Sounds
Wild
better.
winner. Here we go.
Here we go.
Iowa everywhere. Yes, I want Iowa everywhere to win.
It almost did.
Hey!
Winner. Hey! Congratulations, M6WS690.
690.
Email ad@iowaeverywhere.com and we'll get you those tickets for Sunday night.
Wonderful.
Thank you for watching and listening to Murph and Andy, especially in light of Scott's herpes.
Yes.
We appreciate
It's not
it.
contagious anymore, I
We
promise.
congratulate all of you who are only listening to the
Go
show.
put some some alum on that. It'll help it, right?
Check out the merch
Nothing
store
helps.
from AKC Marketing over at iowaeverywhere.com. If you get a chance, please like, review, and subscribe on whatever platform you found us. And first, Hawks on Tap, then Instant Iowa coming up, Cyclone Sunday coming up here on Iowa Everywhere. We're back Monday. We hope you are too.